And to people that are at home, I implore you to wake up to these people who believe that they are contract lords. I challenge Black Americans to wake up to your true history, because your quarrel is not with white men, okay? Wake up to who publishes these books and keeps us warring with one another. Christians versus Christians, right? Christians versus Muslims. Wake up and learn the true history of slavery, because that wasn't exactly a white men sport, okay? Jewish people were the ones that were trading us. Jewish people were in control of the slave trade. They've buried a lot of it, but it's there and you can find it. I think all of us need to wake up to this, because it's making me absolutely sick.
The Holocaust is big business because Germany so far has given the Jews, I think, at least $200 billion. So it's big business. And some of you are still getting $1,000 a month. And a lot of people don't know this. And then people don't realize who brought the slaves to America. They were Jewish ships.
Wait a minute, that's a whole...
Wait, Montel. We have a little time for that subject.
Historians record old Jewish documents showing how the slave trade was so thoroughly Jewish. The slave auctions throughout the Americas had to close on Jewish holidays. Brazil received far more African slaves than North America. A. Witzner, another official of the Jewish Historical Society, in his book Jews in Colonial Brazil, pages 72 and 73, wrote, quote, "The buyers who appeared at the auctions were almost always Jews, and because of their lack of competitors, they could buy slaves at low prices. If it happened that the date of such an auction fell on a Jewish holiday, the auction had to be postponed." Studying the Jewish histories of the New World, I began to learn of a carefully recorded Jewish history that you and I are not permitted to know about. I discovered that many centuries before the transatlantic slave trade, that Jews had dominated the slave trade in the entire Western world for the last 2,000 years, even as far back as Roman times.
But I'm going to tell you this, but based on everything that I've researched, that I'm going to bring out today, I've come to find out that the core point of Judaism is Satanism at its core. And see, when I found this out, I was totally taken aback, because I was told that Judaism was the way back to God. I was told that the Jewish people in Palestine today was the Hebrews, and I was perplexed when I found history to the contrary. Well, the history
I would love an example now.
Oh, you would love an example?
Yeah.
Okay, let me give you an example.
Memories of her childhood. Meet Rachel, who is also in disguise to protect her identity. You come from generations of ritualistic abuse?
Yes, my family has an extensive family tree, and they keep track of who's been involved and who hasn't been involved. And it's gone back to like 1700.
And so you were...
Right, I was born into a family that believes in this.
And does everyone else think it's a nice Jewish family? From the outside, you appear to be a nice Jewish girl.
Definitely.
And you all are worshiping the devil inside the home?
Right. There's other Jewish families across the country. It's not just my own family.
Really?
So before we wrap up, I don't want to hold you over too long, there was one more viral image going around, and this is the one everyone's been talking about. Is this, Dirk just pulled up on screen, stained mattress that was pulled out of the tunnel being carried by members of the synagogue. So there's a lot of crazy conspiracy theories. I don't want to go down any tasteless rabbit holes. But David, if you could explain, why was there a mattress in the tunnels and what is the stain? A lot of folks are wondering, is this stain feces?
No, it's not feces.
What
the
is
stain
it?
is blood, and basically
we
did rituals. I said that before. There were some rituals that we do in the tunnels, and sometimes the rituals might involve someone who recently died, and we'll bring him down there, and we're trying to do a ritual to bring back the Messiah, which is a Schneerson, if you heard about him on the news. So he died many years ago, but we have rituals that we believe we can bring him back.
So how do these, can you explain the rituals and why does it involve a mattress?
I don't want to go into the details of the rituals, but basically we don't put the body on the floor, we put the body on the mattress, and sometimes we might make an incision somewhere on the body, and a little bit of blood will come out.
Who are these bodies that you're putting on the mattress?
These are basically members of the synagogue who recently passed away.
Oh. So they're dead.
Right, they're already dead.
Oh.
You missed that part, Tony?
That they do child sacrifice all over the earth in.
The video clip you're watching is titled Romance of a People, Baby Sacrifice to Idol Molech. This event occurred at the Chicago's World Fair in 1933. It was a Jewish historical pageant in which over 150,000 Jews were present and participated in this demonic ceremony. The baby sacrifice scene is explicitly described in archive records. This is the Getty's catalog entry, which explicitly describes a false idol Moloch, a priest holding wrapped up baby aloft for sacrifice. He throws baby into statue, and you can hear Cass screaming. The 1948ers is a reenactment of Moloch child sacrifice scene as part of the pageant. Whether someone later attempts to label this as theatrical or stage does not change what was publicly performed. I want to be clear, staging the rite is still practicing the rite.
And another thing we got to deal with this, what is rabbis doing putting their lips on young boys during circumcision? I want to talk about that.
We're going to get through that one right now.
And
don't worry.
I need you to tell me what.
It's called mitzvah.
Listen,
actually, to tell you the truth.
Tell me why a rabbi put his lips on a young boy's member.
I'm going to tell you something.
And what scripture is that?
11 babies who contracted herpes from the oral part of the circumcision. 2 of them died. The Centers for Disease Control has stated the procedure is not safe.
Not only is it a safe method, it's the safest method.
Rabbi William Handler calls this a direct attack on the ultra-Orthodox Jewish community and its customs, and says government is overstepping its bounds. Cantor Philip Sherman says he's performed more than 20,000 circumcisions, 6 just today. He says this is not about Jewish tradition, but rather everyone's well-being.
This is green? Yeah. Okay, I'm saying that because no one can deny that this is green. I can look at this and say, well, my interpretation of my book say that it could be green, but I'm looking at this and, it could be a tint off and it could be lime. And no, it's green, right? Now, if I said this was greenish, here we go now. I heard a sigh. If I said this was greenish, would it be green? It would be kind of green, right? Right? Greenish. You know what? I need you to pull up what a suffix is. Pull up ish and what it is. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's no place in the Torah or Tanakh or in the New Testament that call any people an ish. Either you're Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Manasseh, you gotta be one of the people. You're not ish anything. So no one asks in our geopolitical society, why is there an ish after this particular term? When the truth was in the name.
It's Jewish. It's because they're Esau, Jacob's brother. You can never say that no one ever told you the truth.
Black people can't be anti-Semitic. We are Jew.